What's going on, guys? It's me, Dreamliner Fan 2016 here, and today we have the NG Models May 2023 releases for you guys. I'm excited to see what NG has for the May releases. They hinted these releases back in, if I were to guess, I think it was on a Friday or a Saturday or so. I think it was on a Saturday, but NG just released their hints on Saturday, and I already proceeded to go to the hints. Let me go through a simple list of the list that I predicted. So I predicted some 737 Max, like a Canadian 737 Max, specifically WestJet, because they have been doing like WestJet models as of recent, so I'm assuming a Max can be followed. Next up, I do have some Southeast Asian stuff, like the Garuda Indonesia stuff right there for the Boeing 777. Maybe a Speedbird 777 might be there. I don't know which one. Might be a 333 if I were to guess. And maybe we have some varieties for the Air Canada, well, Airbus A321s. There could be Air Canada or Air Transat as I look into some hints. And maybe Frontier. Not sure if they're going to be releasing Frontier this month. A350s and like A330s are mostly China stuff, or like somewhere in China, mostly Asia stuff. Yeah, quite interesting. But yeah, overall, it's just a small set because like NG said, like their set for the May releases is gonna be small because like all this backlog they had from the February, March, and April releases, because most of their release sets were big, so they decided to like shorten it down so they can like get all those models that were delayed into like make them available, to be exact. So yeah, that's what they're trying to do. So it's nice that NG Models actually did that, so therefore they can like focus on the delayed models rather than just like releasing another big release set. So yeah, so let's go into the NG April releases. I don't want to like scroll through longer for this. So Southwest Lodestar 1 is nice. It is still available in some retailers. Let's have a look at it. Oh yeah, here are the images. So Lodestar 1, wow, it looks so nice. They did a very nice job, and they managed to get the nose landing gear and the main gear right. So this is what it looks like on the actual aircraft. And yeah, very nice. WestJet 737-700 is delayed. Air China A330 is sold out two-way, and Salmon 30 Salmon is delayed also, and as well as the Iceland Max 9s. And yeah, a lot of delays right here. So we got all these delays, but hey, NG's tried to like make sure that they get that backlog fixed. BAs are sold out, particularly this one, but not the second one world, but yeah. Air Indias are delayed, Aeroflot, Air Tahiti Dewey is available, ANA is available as well, Star Alliance 787 is available, and lands are delayed, Condors are delayed. But yeah, so there is a lot of delays in the April release set, so it's best for NG to do like a smaller release set for May. So yeah, that's what it looks like right there. And as I scroll through down, we have the May 2023 releases. So here we are in the May releases, so I'm excited to see what NG has for the May releases. Hopefully it's a good set, and I'm eager to see to find out. So without further ado, let's look at the NG Models May 2023 releases. So let's begin with our first model in this batch. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so as I scroll down, let's see what we have first. And alright, here we go. Let's see what we have first. We have Toronto, is that how I pronounce it? Toronto Aviation. It's a Boeing 737-800 BCF, and yeah, okay, so this is like a plain white livery, I suppose. So I never heard of Toronto Aviation before. I'm thinking this is like a cargo. It's like a cargo airline in Canada. I'm not sure if this is like a startup airline or something, but quite interesting because the plane is just all white. And if you want to make a custom out of this model, you can buy it, and then you can customize your own livery on this aircraft. So this is like one of these planes that you can do a custom on because it's just all white. So yeah, that's the Toronto Aviation 737-800 BCF. Quite an interesting choice for NG. And the remark says it's the first 737-800F for this airline, Toronto Aviation. So that's what I'm assuming why they released that. So the registration of this aircraft is Charlie Golf Victor Juliet. Charlie Golf Victor Zulu Bravo. Kind of like accidentally said Juliet. It's when it's supposed to be like Juliet. There's no J, so it's just Zulu. So my bad. All right, so that's an interesting start for this release set. Let's see what our next model is. Next up on the Boeing 737s, we have a Copa Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Star Alliance livery. So quite an interesting choice. I predicted like a normal livery, but I'm not sure if they did that before. But yeah, nice that they're kicking off with the Star Alliance for Copa Airlines. And yeah, very nice. Star Alliance is pretty simple, but it's a very nice livery. They just added like the airline titles and the Star Alliance livery all around. So very nice, interesting choice from NG. So the registration of that aircraft is Hotel Papa 1830 Charlie Mike Papa. And yeah, it's a very long registration for these airlines registered in Panama. They're quite interesting. Next up, I think they're gonna be like Chinese 737s next. So let's see what that is. And we do have the Star Alliance 737-800 from China. Well, not China Airlines, Air China. So here it is right there. So kind of like the same thing as what the Copa Airlines has. Is they just applied the Star Alliance livery and the Air China titles right there. They also added like the Air China titles on the tail as well. So quite interesting for, I think it's mostly like that for Air China aircraft. They have this on the 737 as well as the A350. So quite interesting right there. So the registration of that aircraft is Bravo 5425. And I think they revealed this livery like back in November of 2022, like late 2022 or early 2023. I'm not sure, but I saw this photo on Jet Photos, and it's like a recently painted aircraft on that day. So yeah, I decided to like go for this. I went for this prediction like a couple times, but then I got it. So yeah, there it is right there, the Air China Star Alliance plane. Alright, next up on our list we should have is, I think it's a regular Air China livery. Actually, no, we do have another Star Alliance 737-800 from Air China. So, kind of like, wait, is there like a difference between these? Oh, they're just like the same. So, here's the second Star Alliance 737-800. So, quite interesting that they released a duplicate out of this model. This happened for the same thing for like the One World British Airways 777. They released another one of that. So I'm not sure why they're like releasing another Star Alliance 737 for Air China. Probably because like I think one is gonna be sold out and the second one will still be available. So that's what I'm assuming, because that's gonna be a hot seller. So I think the first one is gonna be sold out first, and the second one would still be available. And that's what I think. But yeah. So the registration of that aircraft is Bravo 54907. So yeah, 2 different registrations for the Star Alliance planes. Alright. And next up on our list we should have is a Ryanair 737-800 re-release. So they haven't made a Ryanair. Now, is this the one with blended winglets? Hang on, give it a while to load. I think it's the one with the blended winglets. Yup, it is. That's the one with the blended winglets. So they just released a split scimitar like in the March release sets, and it has been a while since they last released a blended winglets. It was like a long time ago. So glad that they're doing a re-release out of that. Once again, I'm eager to see if I can try to pick up a Ryanair model, because like I know them for their hard landings, and yeah, I do want to try replicating that on my model airport one day. And yeah, overall, it should be a very interesting model. So the registration of that aircraft is Echo India Delta Lima Foxtrot. So that's all the Boeing 737s knocked out. Let's see what the Boeing 777s are. So we're gonna move on to our Boeing 777s, and let's see what our first Boeing 777 is. And that is going to be a British Airways 777-300ER. And how about this? It's a fantasy retro livery. Now, I was gonna like think of their current livery, but they're gonna be going for a fantasy retro. Now, what livery is this? I think this is like the Landor livery. So here is the Landor Boeing 777-300, and actually it says it's a 300ER, but looking at it, it actually has Rolls-Royce engines, and there's it's a 300ER, so it should have like GE90. So that's the aircraft right there. Let me search up this registration real fast. So the registration on that aircraft is Gulf Sierra Tango Bravo Foxtrot. So let me look this up. Hang on guys, it's gonna take a while. So I do have like the picture right here, and yes, the actual aircraft has GE90 engines, not Rolls-Royce Trent 800 engines. So NG needs to fix the CGI on that one. So overall, a Landor Boeing 777-300ER is a very cool addition for their fantasy liveries. That is really cool. Yeah, the Landor livery is very cool. I should say that. So once again, the registration of that aircraft is Gulf Sierra Tango Bravo Foxtrot. So that's the BA 777 fantasy livery. Very nice, and hopefully we can get a regular livery in the future. Alright, so next up we should have is a Garuda Indonesia Boeing 777-300ER in the SkyTeam livery. So now we got the SkyTeam knockdown for this airline. So here it is right there. I gotta say, there's a lot of Alliance liveries as of recent for this release set. So we got Star Alliance, and we now have SkyTeam now. So here's the SkyTeam Garuda Indonesia Boeing 777. So the only livery they need to do is the Retro 777. So that's the last special livery for Garuda Indonesia that NG needs to do, and hopefully they can do it in the future. But yeah, so here it is right there. Registration of that aircraft is Papa Kilo Gulf India India. So I guess that's all the Boeing 777s right there. So not much on the Boeing 777s, but let's move on to our Airbuses. So let's see what we have first. We have a Jetstar Airbus A320 in their latest livery. Now, it's the one with sharklets, and it has the IAE engine. So this is like the current livery, and yeah, quite interesting. So here's like the sharklets and the IAEs. I think they did one. Let me guess. Let's look at this picture. So they did one. I think that they did like one with fence. Yep, they did one with fence wingtips with the IAE engines. So now they're doing one with the sharklets with the IAE engines. If I could just try. There we go. So now they're doing one with sharklets and the IAE engine. So that's kind of like the difference between this model and the previous one for the April releases. So quite interesting right there. So the registration on that aircraft is Victor Hotel Victor Foxtrot Yankee. Once again, it's in their latest livery or their current livery. So here it is right there. And yeah. Alright, now let's move on to our Airbus A321s. So hopefully we can get some varieties for the Airbus A321s. I'm eager to see what the A321s, because there was one November registration that I kind of like have on the top of my head. So let's see what we got. Alright, so let's move on down. What we should first have is an Air Transat Airbus A321neo in the Pride livery. So here it is right there. But I predicted like the Air Canada A321, but I guess they're gonna be going for Air Transat, and it's one of their like special Pride liveries, because like I think they would always reveal this livery every single June, because June is Pride month. And I'm not saying like let's just say that I don't want to get into sensitive topics right here, but all I can say is everyone, whether you're like, everyone is welcome to my channel, but in regards like who you are, because like of course you is you, so you are welcome to the channel. Yeah, so here's the Air Transat Airbus A321neo in the Pride livery. So the difference is the tail is like all these Pride colors that form a rainbow. Well, black and brown is quite different, but most of it is a rainbow. So quite interesting right there. Registration of that aircraft is Charlie Golf Oscar Juliet Charlie. So yeah, very interesting choice for NG, and hopefully we can get some Air Canada A321s in the future. Alright, so now we move on downwards. Let's see what our November A321 registration is. And that is going to be a Spirit Airlines Airbus A321neo. Ooh, very interesting right there. Very interesting. So it has been a while since NG done a Spirit model, and now they return with this model right here. The Airbus A321neo from Spirit Airlines, and it is their first A321neo for Spirit Airlines. I'm not sure if they have delivered this aircraft yet, but overall it should be very interesting. I'm eager to see if I can pick that up, because like I don't know if Spirit's gonna be flying their A321neos to Sacramento in the future, but I just want to get it because I never had a Spirit model before, and well, that might change, but I don't know. I just want to pick up this model because it's quite interesting. So here's the Spirit Airbus A321 Neo. I'm eager to see this aircraft soon once she begins operations, and overall it should be a very nice aircraft to add to my Spirit collection if I ever have one. So the registration of that aircraft is November 702 November Kilo. So quite the interesting choice right there for NG. Alright, so that's all the A321s. Now we move on to our A330s, and let's see what we have first. We should have is the Aerolíneas Argentina in the air. It's the It's kind of like a hard aircraft to pronounce, but we do have But we do have an Aerolíneas Argentinas Airbus A330-200 in the Argentina national football team livery. So here it is right there. So this was revealed as part of like the Qatar World Cup they like hosted last year. So here is like the livery that Aerolíneas Argentina represents for their football team, or soccer to be exact. I think Messi is somewhere in the tail right there, as well as like the other team members of the football team. So overall, quite interesting right there. And yeah, very nice livery. And overall, I do like on how they added the players on the tail. It looks very nice. So the registration of the aircraft is Lima Victor Foxtrot Victor Hotel. So that's the aircraft right there. And then moving on downwards, we should have some more Chinese A330s. Let's see what we have first. We should first have a Shenzhen Airlines Airbus A330-200. I think it's in the Shenzhen City livery. Oh, I see. So this is like the livery that shows Shenzhen City. So this is like the city itself. Quite interesting. Of course, I have never went to China before, so I don't really know what these liveries are. All I can say is like this is the special livery that represents Shenzhen City in China, mainland China to be exact. So they added this into their aircraft, so quite interesting right there. So the registration of that aircraft is Bravo 1017. And I think to follow that up, we should have a regular livery. And let's see what we have. Yep, it is the regular livery. So here it is right there. This is the airline's regular livery on the A330. So quite interesting right there. So overall, kind of like the same thing, it's just the regular livery. So overall, Shenzhen Airlines is a very interesting airline. I have never heard about this airline before. So quite interesting right there. And I do got the registration right on my predictions. This aircraft is registered Bravo 303 November. So that's the Air China A330. We got two more models. Actually, we don't, as we got some 1-200 models, but I haven't predicted the 1-200 models. But let's see what our two 1-400 models are. So next up we should have is a Starlux. Ooh, how about this? Starlux Airbus A350-900. Very interesting. So here she is. I don't think NG has never done a Starlux aircraft before, so this marks their debut of making Starlux planes. So very interesting. I'm eager to try to pick this up because Starlux just recently flew to LAX airport like somewhere in late April or early May. So they're going to be soon flying to the Americas. They also have San Francisco International Airport added as their flight route as well. So I may try to pick this up. And I'm thinking they're going to be using the A350 for that route. I'm not sure when are they going to start flying to San Francisco, but they're going to be flying to San Francisco soon. So I'm going to be picking this up. It should be a very interesting airline, and yeah, an interesting airline to add to my international collection. And hopefully I can see Starlux soon because their delivery looks very nice, especially on the A350. So here is the Starlux A350-900, and the registration of this aircraft is Bravo 58503. And as you can see on the remarks, this is the aircraft that was used for the Taipei, Taiwan Tailwind to the Los Angeles International Airport inaugural flight. So they used this aircraft when they flew to LAX for the first time. So yeah, very nice. So like I said, I'm eager to try to pick up Starlux, and overall it should be a very interesting airline to add to my international collection. Alright, so we got the A350s down. Last is our L1011. And let's see what that L1011 is. I already got something in my predictions. And that is a Pan Am L1011 TriStar. How about this? So here she is. So quite interesting that they're doing a re-release of the Pan Am L1011 because it has been a while. I'm not sure when exactly did they last made an L1011, but overall this should be a nice model for the retro collectors if they missed out on this. So I'm not sure if I want to pick this up because I never had a Pan Am model before, but Pan Am is a very interesting airline, and I'm eager to try to I'm gonna see if I can try getting one in the future. But overall, we do have this beauty right here, which is the L1011, and it should be a very nice model. So the registration of that aircraft is November 507 Papa Alpha, and it's named the Clipper Northern Eagle, with the white nose cone. So kind of like it has that black dot, probably like the anti-glare. Yeah, but yeah, so that's the Pan Am L1011. And that'll do it for the 1-400 sector, but that's not all, as we do have the 1-200 later. We do have the 1-200 models that are coming later. So I'm eager to see what the 1-200s, I have not made my predictions yet, so I'm eager to see what they are. But other than that, I'm not really as interested in collecting 1-200s unless it's a specific reason to get one. But yeah, I'm just eager to see what the 1-200 models are. So let's begin. We should have first is, let's see. We should first have a CRJ 200 from Jet. That's kind of like an interesting airline. Let me look at it. It's Jet Light. I think it's Jet Light. Yeah, it's just Jet Light. So this is the Jet Light CRJ 200. Another blank livery, which is kind of like boring, but hey, they just paint their planes white. So yeah, quite interesting. So the registration of this aircraft is Victor Tango Sierra Alpha Romeo, and once again, it is a 1-200 model. Right. So next up, we should have is an Air Wisconsin. This is the Air Wisconsin Bombardier CRJ 200 in the Air Wisconsin retro livery. Ooh, that is very nice right there. So this should be very nice for the North American collectors, mainly in like the US collectors. This is very interesting right there. Oh man, like I'm not sure if I want to pick this up because like Air Wisconsin does not fly to the Pacific Coast. Well, yeah, they mainly fly in like Midwest or something. Yeah, but this is a very cool retro livery, and yeah, quite an interesting choice for NG to do this model. So the registration of this aircraft is November 471 Zulu Whiskey. So very nice for the retro collectors and the modern collectors as well. So get your hands on this, because I'm not sure if this is going to be selling out very quickly. So that's the Air Wisconsin Retro CRJ 200. Should be very nice. Alright, next up, for the 1-200 section. Ooh, how about this? Delta Connection CRJ 200 in the Salt Lake City Olympics 2002 So in Spirit livery. Wow, that is such a colorful livery. So this livery represents Salt Lake City's participation in the Winter Olympics. So they painted one of their CRJ 200s. I'm not sure, is that like I'm not sure which aircraft it's operated by. It says ASA, but I think it's operated by ASA Airlines. I'm not sure. I would probably like pull up a text on what the actual operation is. So it's this aircraft right here. So yeah, once again, I'll just pull up a text on which aircraft is this operated for. So yeah, overall, this is a very nice livery for a CRJ 200, and yeah, very nice. Yeah, nothing to explain. It's a very nice livery. So the registration of that aircraft is November 869er Alpha Sierra. So that's the CRJ. Those are the two CRJ 200s that some people in North America are interested. So very nice. Next up, we should have is a Gulfstream G550. And wow, oh my God, that is a very interesting livery right there. So how about that for a G550? I kind of got into the CRJs because like I'm looking at these CRJ retros and like some other specials. So here's the Gulfstream G550 right there. It's a very nice livery and it should look very nice in 1-400 once the model is out of production. So the registration of that aircraft is November 550 Golf Alpha. Alright, next up for the 1-200 sector is another Gulfstream G550. And this is, I'm not sure what airline or how I can pronounce. I'm not sure what airline I can. I'm not sure how I can pronounce this airline, but it's in the gray NC. Wow, that's. I think this is like a military aircraft right there. So this is kind of like a military aircraft. If I could try to pronounce it now, I do apologize if I'm gonna butcher this, but I think it says Fuerza Era Mexicana. Now, once again, I do apologize if I butchered that badly, but yeah, it's like a military or a government-owned aircraft right there. So quite an interesting choice right there. So the registration is kind of like a small one. This aircraft is registered 3910. So yeah, that's the Gulfstream G550 right there. And the last aircraft is a GB, a Gulfstream G5, and it's a private owner, and it's Lionel Messi's private jet. This is another one of Lionel Messi's private jets right there. So here it is right there. So quite different. Now, if I can look at the roof marks with the number 10 on the tail. So I'm not sure what kind of like what is being talked about on this tail right there. But overall, it's a very interesting livery. And yeah, once again, it's one of Messi's private jets, along with the other one that NG released a few months back. So the registration of that aircraft is Lima Victor India Romeo Quebec. And is that it? Actually, we do have one more. That's the Dassault Falcon 7X, and this is in a special livery. And whoa! Okay, now this is a very cool livery, and wow, that's a very interesting livery for a Dassault Falcon 7X. So here's this livery right there. It kind of reminds me of like an art piece that I recognize. I'm not sure. Is it like the Starry Nights paint? Is that like the Starry Nights paint work? I gotta look it up. Yeah. Oh yeah. It reminds me of like the Starry Night paint work. This artwork that was done. It kind of reminds me of that paint. Like it reminds me of that artwork. So that is a very interesting. It's a very cool livery, I gotta say. So look at all that. Look at all that stuff. So quite interesting right there. So the registration of this aircraft is November 666 Zulu Lima. So overall, this is a very interesting livery, like I said, and yeah, it should be nice. I'm eager to try to pick this up because that is just a cool livery. So that's that. And that will do it for the May releases. So overall, a very interesting set for May. It's small, but hey, at least they're doing their part because like it's a small release set because they got all this backlog. I'm eager to try to get the Starlux because like it's a very interesting airline, and I'm also trying to get the Spirit A321neo as well. What else? And possibly the Ryanair. So I'm not going to be buying much for this month, and I'm not going to be buying much for this month also for May in terms of other models because I do have Airliners International 2023 coming up. So that event is coming in fast. I'm excited to see what this event holds. But yeah, I'm gonna be saving up on money just so I can get what models are there for the convention. So once again, I'm not gonna be spending too much on models because I just want to save on my budget for Airliners 2023 in Dallas Fort Worth. But overall, this is a very nice release set from NG. I mean, not like the best release in the world for NG models. I'll give it like a 80% because of all these varieties. We mainly got a lot of like Chinese varieties and like Asia stuff. And yeah, I mean, we still got some North American stuff right there, like Air Transit and Spirit, and some European stuff like Ryanair and the British Airways Fantasy livery. Well, other than that, very nice release set overall. Actually, we do have Jetstar and some other stuff, so kind of like almost every continent. But I'll just change that 80 to like a 82 or like a 81 or 82% for this release set. So overall, a very nice release set from NG Models, and I'm eager to see what models I get from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.